Hi, how you doing? This is Charles Pryor Jr. here to bring you chapters 11 and 12 for your newscast from the lovely Papa Beach. Chapter 11 starts about changing journalism. Digital journalism has changed the entire platform of how people view journalism entirely. And the main thing that brings this up is technology. Although technology is new, being social is old. Technology has enabled instant sharing, allowing people to share news amongst themselves and entire populations from North America all the way to Asia. Defining social media is a very vague term that has multiple definitions. When defining social media, it is content that is easily shared amongst the masses. Which brings us to the next thing, the evolution of social media. There are so many different ways social media has become popular now, whether it's talking about emails, discussion boards, blogs, crowdsourcing, documents and files, geological location, as well as social networking. Managing social media is very important when being a boss in a company nowadays, due to all of how sensitive the climate is nowadays, which brings up several questions. Who will monitor the employees and how they interact on social media? Will you allow your employees to even have their own personal social media, or should they keep an employee to help decrease liabilities? And the final question is, what do you hope to accomplish by restricting all these rules, like having all these rules out there? Which brings us to ethics. And due to social media still being a new concept, it's constantly changed. It's a very fluid thing. Although there are books out there, the rules are constantly changing so much that they cannot really have a dang, this is exactly how it should be rule book. Which brings us to chapter 12. Chapter 12 focuses more on the multimedia aspects. And multimedia is described as using various ways like text, video, audio, in terms of getting their points across. Which brings us to still imaging, which is our one way of conveying news things, creating memorable moments through pictures. A picture says 1,000 words, and if you have great pictures, you can link them to those events, making it that much more memorable to an ongoing story, which you might bring out of your archives when editing. Editing is very important in all newscasting. Most people have at least one photo and one video servicing network that they use constantly on their reliability. Which brings us to editing and the processing of photos. Framing is very important. The better you take your photos, the less editing you have to do in terms of cropping. You should always make copies as well as save your files. That way you have more than one. Somebody has like 3 backup drives. Which brings us to sound bites, which are very important for audio shows, as well as having the proper equipment. This is Charles Pryor Jr. with MMJ, signing off.